so confused. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Chris.
I'm BK.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Gus. You just dropped a bomb on me right before we went live. I was like, you broke my brain for a second.
I'm so
I
sorry.
almost didn't do the intro.
We were talking about, right before the podcast, BK said, yes, chef, which, by the way, is like my favorite response to any question ever. And Gus said, do you watch The Bear? And BK said, I don't watch real people shows.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, in my mind, I was like, is she talking about reality shows? Because The Bear's not a reality show. Like, real people.
No, real people. I am
Like humans.
Yeah, humans. I'm more of a 2D fan. Well, 3D CGI, but when it comes to real people shows, I have like the smallest list in the world.
What if you exclusively watched shows with like anthropomorphic animals and stuff? Like I don't watch real people shows. It
Like,
has
you're talking
to
about
be,
like the
like
Lion
Goofy
King?
or
yeah,
something?
it's got to be like Lion King, or it's like Teletubbies,
House
or
of
like
Mouse.
things that aren't human. You're all about, but if there's a human in it,
Bananas in pajamas.
Oh.
exactly,
You know?
yeah.
They're coming
And-
down the stairs.
And maybe if there's a human on the peripherals part of the show,
Mhm.
you know, you're like, I don't really. It's not true to form, but I'll put up with it if it's like a side character, you know.
That's hyper specific.
Like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? What about that? That's
Ooh.
like,
Is that a good crossover? Too much real people.
Well,
is it
There's
too much
probably-
real people?
I think
I think
so.
it's too much real
Yeah.
people.
It's like 50-50.
Yeah, if anything, it's like, it's I don't know. It's
Goofy movie? Perfect.
Yeah, Goofy movie,
But there's-
exactly.
There's no real people in that, is there?
Exactly.
What about Space Jam?
Yeah, we're trying to
Face Jam.
You want the in between?
we're trying to find where the
Where
line
the
is.
line
Yeah.
is. Space Jam?
It's pandering.
Oh, Space Jam. I thought someone said Face Jam, and I was like, why?
You're
That's
too
only
you're-
real
you're-
people.
You're conditioned.
That's real people.
No, the Michael Jordan movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stop
it is the movie.
The Michael Jordan production.
Right.
Space Jam's good. Man, Roger Rabbit is such a classic.
Great movie.
And I feel like, I don't know about you guys, Jessica Rabbit, sexual awakening
100%.
for a lot of people, myself included. I saw a podcast one time where someone was talking about Jessica Rabbit, and someone's like, no, man, that's weird. Like, being into a rabbit, like, no. And I'm like, she's not a rabbit. She's a human who
Right.
married Roger Rabbit, so her last name is Rabbit. But I think a lot of people...
She didn't keep her maiden name. What's her? Did they ever say what her maiden name is? What's
I don't think they did.
What's
I
her-
don't think so. Jessica Johnson.
Jessica Biel?
I think people are confusing
Never seen them in the
Jessica
same room at the same time.
Rabbit with Jessica, or not the female rabbit in Space Jam.
Lola Bunny?
Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny.
Who her last name is
Because
Bunny.
I'll still say she's also still hot. Still queer awakening for me.
Lola Bunny.
Can
also,
get
yeah,
it.
Get it.
Honestly,
Honestly,
dunking on them fools.
in
this
both
is-
versions.
This is why you don't like real people things.
Yes, it makes so much sense now. I'm starting to uncover my true identity.
did you have, real question, a cartoon character or even like any character from your childhood that was, as you would say, a sexual awakening for you in any capacity?
Has to be cartoon.
Can
Does
I pull
it?
out the list?
What was
I
your-
know
what was your
Shigo is a big one.
Yes.
What was your first cartoon boner?
Ooh,
Cartoon
that's really
boner.
specific. That means that's
That's the question you're asking, essentially,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I had a friend who was into Bart Simpson,
What?
which I thought was the weirdest
What?
thing.
That's a weird one.
I think she liked his like bad boy attitude,
Is it the voice? I'm curious because the voice is kind of like
but done by an older woman
right.
too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
It's a lot
say.
of questions. But yeah, no, I had a friend who was into Bart Simpson. I don't know who mine would have been. I feel like I'm into more like female cartoon characters than I am into the boy cartoon characters. Not Hey Arnold, that's for sure.
No.
Doug,
Stewie from Family Guy.
Mom, Mommy, Mom, Lois.
I'm still trying to think. I don't know. Nothing
I
comes
can't
to
think
mind.
of the first.
I feel like it would probably, you know, like in early internet, they had a lot of like images and stuff. I'm sure there was like some people would like do dirty drawings of like characters.
Oh,
Rule
100%.
34.
And I don't even know which one it would have been, but just like probably one of those.
They
that I
still
saw.
do those.
I'm
Chris.
older, so they're
You're like,
Oh, they
okay,
still do those.
your kinks are showing.
Sorry, I don't kink shame, so I just
I
gotta.
stumbled upon a lot of naked Disney characters.
I'm older, so when I was young, there was like only really shitty cartoons, like really bad. Like it was like, I mean, I guess the best you could do would be like Velma from Scooby Doo, right?
Okay, sure.
I think I
but-
say like Steamboat Mickey.
Yeah, I was like Tom and Jerry, like.
Oh.
Okay.
But I never watched it. But there was like that anime movie from the 80s called Heavy Metal. And I remember the cover of it.
Oh, I
And
know
it's
what you're
got-
talking about.
Yeah, and it's got
yeah.
like a buxom lady on it. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, like I would see it in the video store and be like, what's that movie? That cartoon looks
You said
interesting.
Heavy Metal?
Heavy Metal.
Oh, she bad. Hold on. Hold on.
From 1981.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
it kind of looks like Barbarella a little bit.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I think I need to
It's like
cosplay.
a movie I never watched, but I was like, I would see the cover at the video store every now and then, be like, "What's
That's
what's that?"
Yeah.
In case I need to cut to it.
It probably was a Disney
It's a character of some
character
sort.
for sure. Yeah.
This is going to sound weird and people are probably going to judge me for it. I thought Gaston was pretty hot.
I mean,
Why would anyone judge you for that?
Well, because he's a dickhead. You
No,
know,
you-
like he's supposed to be like the villain and like the
a lot
gross
of hot
dude.
guys are dickheads.
That's true.
Yeah,
But he's like
Chris included.
tall,
Yeah.
dark, and handsome, you know?
You're a bad boy, Chris.
Don't go down this
One time
road
we were
again.
playing Stardew with Chris, and he got into a mood, and he just over and over the whole time he kept saying, "I'm a bad boy.
no.
I'm a bad boy."
No, that was John.
No, I thought it was
Was it me?
you. It was you.
Was it me? I'm not sure.
I don't remember. It was one of them.
I thought it was Chris.
Maybe
Either way, it was
I've
disturbing.
been a bad boy.
It was you. I remember it was you.
That is not the first word I would use to describe you, Chris.
If the title of this podcast isn't Chris is a bad boy or has been a bad boy. I'm just kidding, please.
I'm trying to think of some bad boy stories.
How have you been a bad boy?
Well,
What Bart Simpson things did you do?
yeah, we need to know.
okay, y'all talk. Let me think.
Ride your
Okay.
skateboard.
He wears a leather jacket.
Right.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
I'm trying
Bad
to think
boy.
of
Talks
of
back
other
to his
things.
parents.
He's
Uh.
very polite to his parents.
Yeah, right. I guess he just talked back
Right.
to other people in the
Mm.
world.
Chris is pretty polite.
Yeah, I'm like,
one time I probably told this. One time I didn't go to Halloween because I threw my vampire fangs at my mom. She got real
Oh.
mad
Bad
about
boy.
that.
Whoa.
such a bad boy.
Yeah,
Are you allowed to be not in prison right now? Are you-
I wasn't.
straight to jail.
Straight
I
to
had to stay
Lock
in
'em
that
up.
Halloween.
How old were you?
Too young to miss out on Halloween.
So it was a big deal then.
Oh yeah,
It was like
it was.
catastrophic.
Yeah, well, because the reason she yelled at me is because I was putting baby powder on my face, trying to make myself pale like a vampire, and I made a big mess. And then I got in an argument how I needed to be pale because I was a vampire. I was probably like 7 or 8.
Okay.
I
And the
understand.
funny thing is, I could imagine you doing that today, still, and wondering why it's not working.
I'll think some other bad.
I
boys.
found a list of 15 badass women who sparked our queer awakening.
Oh, you've got a list for
A
us?
list. And see, let's agree or disagree.
Okay.
Okay.
Xena,
Oh, Xena Warrior Princess? Are you
Mm.
kidding me? Absolutely.
Dana Scully.
Oh, that was a big one for me.
Yeah?
When I was a teenager. Yeah. Gillian Anderson, X-Files.
She's very pretty. X-Files,
Mhm.
yeah. Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
hmm
Mhm.
Sailor Moon for me wasn't as much because like
No, the Red Lady. The enemy in Sailor Moon. Like, she's bad.
I was talking to, I'm going to sidebar about Sailor Moon for a second. We're going to continue this list. I don't know if you've seen this. I was talking to Blaine a few weeks ago about the live action Sailor Moon series that used to air in Japan like back in 2003, 2004.
It was kind of like how they did Power Rangers, right? The way they
Yeah.
it filmed it that way. I know
Yeah.
what you're
I'm just
talking
curious
about.
if you've seen- Okay.
Yeah.
I still need to watch that.
It's,
Uh,
it's wild.
Ellen Ripley.
Oh,
from
for sure.
Alien.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Sigourney Weaver, like, stop.
The X ladies, which I think just means like Rogue and Storm and Mystique
Oh,
and everybody,
okay.
which for sure. For me, it was Rogue. I was into the
Was
hair,
it the accent? Oh, the hair.
the hair
The stripe.
and the
Yeah.
bodysuit and everything. Princess Leia, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Buffy?
I
Buffy?
never
Yeah.
watched Buffy.
Buffy's good.
Yeah,
I had a crush on Buffy.
you did?
Yep.
Okay. Aeon
Or
Flux?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Aeon Flux?
Aeon Flux?
Oh yeah, that was
Aeon Flux?
That was
Oh,
weird
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
watching
but
it
I
and be
like
like,
weird stuff.
"Oh, this is real weird."
This is an interesting one. Chitara? I
Oh,
don't
of
know
course.
about that
Yeah,
one.
I'm a little older. I remember
Yeah,
we
you
didn't have
remember.
much back then. Yeah, for
Female
sure.
Thundercat. All the Star Trek ladies, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, what about, like, Josie and the Pussycats? Is that on there?
Velma and Daphne. Not Daphne. I'm a Velma
You're a
stan.
Velma.
The-
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, Velma's like really popular. I would say more popular than Daphne.
I also like Marianne more than what's her name on Gilligan's Island.
What about Betty or Veronica?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Veronica, I think. Yeah.
Wait, Betty or from
Archie Comics.
oh.
Betty and Veronica. There was the blonde who is like a little more like wholesome, and then Veronica who was a little more sensual, dark hair,
Well,
and it was always competition between them and Archie.
I generally, whoever probably had the dark hair, I'm generally more into
Dark
darker
hair.
hairs. That's
Mm.
part of my,
Bad
Bad
boy.
boy.
right?
Yeah, you knew that was gonna come out.
It's a good list. That's a real good list.
There's a couple other ones, but yeah, I agree with all of them. Also, like the Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn and all those characters from DC.
The DC stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mamma Mia, Pizzeria.
No, the Gotham verse is like well versed with awesome characters, but the ladies especially. I cannot help myself. I told you this is why I don't like real people things. So, there's so much options compared to real life.
It's true.
You're limited by your location.
I do remember like on the bus. This is a video game, but like a friend like having a Nintendo magazine or not or would have been a video game like
Game
magazine.
Informer.
Yeah, and then like showing
Nintendo magazine.
like showing pictures of Tomb Raider and stuff.
I knew he was gonna say. I literally said, "Go
And
ahead."
like,
Yeah.
and then like, oh,
Thinking
and,
it was
like
Lara
and
Croft.
all the boys in the bus being like, oh, she's so hot. Look at her boobs.
Yeah, look at it. Looks like she stuffed a Kleenex box in
Why
there.
can't real girls have angular boobs like that?
You know how like there's the thing about actually stuffing Kleenex? She just did the box. That's she got, like,
My favorite girl doesn't have any curves.
Just
Harsh angles. Give me the angles.
just points. That's it.
Oh, her angles are so acute.
Hey,
What them
she's a
polygons
cutie.
do.
Yeah, Lara Croft classic.
Yeah, that was what a weird time in like video game marketing and like video games in general.
Yeah.
Every now and then you see on Reddit people will post like, look at this weird video game ad from the 90s. Like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah, they had some weird like
that's no good. Shouldn't be doing that.
Like
Yeah.
didn't age well kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
just oddly sexual.
Right. For no reason.
Like
for no
Nintendo
reason. Right.
stuff too, which is generally not.
like a Game Boy ads. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
Game Boy
this is-
ads are like
This is spicy.
they're horny,
Yeah.
horny
well,
for Game Boys and just
I think
everything.
that was just
They're bad
a
boys.
sign of the times.
Bad-
but
I had a
also I
Game Boy.
think more so now than ever, like more women are playing games. And I think back in the 90s and early 2000s, gaming was seen as a very much primarily male dominated kind of industry. And so sex sells.
Yeah,
And that's kind of, I think,
I-
how it was back then.
It was very losery for a long time.
Yeah.
I remember because I was
Losery.
that loser.
Oh, no.
That was me.
Oh, like it was seen as like
Right, it's
not a
like-
popular thing to be doing.
Right.
I always thought it was weird that they say like sex sells, but then they'll not want to make a video game starring like a female protagonist. Like they were really like Tomb Raider was an exception, but like really during that era, it's dudes. No chicks as like main
There
characters.
was every now and then they would lean into it, but I felt like it was overly gratuitous. Like
Sure.
they had
Yeah.
the advertising with Tomb Raider. There was also that other series on PlayStation. What was it?
Heavenly Sword.
No,
Starred
it
a
was
female.
Double Helix Siphon
Oh.
Filter. Was that what it was called?
Double Helix.
Where it was like the two hot women protagonists who were also like
Oh.
lesbian lovers.
Yeah,
and
I know what
what?
you're talking about.
it's like
Hold on.
oh, this is all just an excuse to like have racy ads with them.
Interesting. I know there's also like Bayonetta. It's another popular one.
Mm-hmm. But that's definitely more like contemporary. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely a big shift. I feel like when we get into the 2000s, like the later 2000s, 2010s, I guess. Like before that, growing up, I'd be like, okay, the only ways I can see like chicks that I'm okay with being over sexualized, I guess, or at least I could play as them was like fighting games. Like Mortal Kombat was coming out the gate with ladies and kind of stayed all the way through.
Oh yeah.
But like it is lots of biddies all up in your face.
I don't know if you ever saw it, BK, but many years ago, Rooster Teeth did an episode of Immersion, which was like a show where they tested out gaming concepts and stuff like that, where they had women's fighting. And so like
actually.
like they had two women come in who are
right.
wearing like essentially
the outfits.
costumes
The clothes
or
they
outfits
would.
that two women in a fighting game would be wearing. I think they replicated it almost identically and had them like, you know, like kind of play fight at each other to see how they would hold up. And it's like, yeah,
That's
no
a lot.
good.
No.
Not in combat.
Fear Effect 2, Retro Helix.
Retro Helix. You had the Helix.
I was close. Yeah, that was a bad experiment.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
so bad.
Well, even like
Well,
you
that's
see,
also like 2009.
you also see even like in MMOs to this day, where it's
Oh
like,
my god, the battle armor.
right, armor.
Yeah.
It's like that armor's not doing anything.
the armor or the outfit in fighting games. I mean, my favorite fighting game is probably one of the worst when it comes to being like super sexual over the top. I love the game Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like homegirls are in bikinis that are covering only their nips, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Those are definitely staying up, like
Are you
real
big-
life physics.
Are you a big beach volleyball fan?
Oh my god, for sure. You kidding me?
I think that's fun. I don't mind playing or watching people play that game whatsoever. Once in a while, I'm allowed to appreciate.
They say it caters to the male gaze, but I would say I am enjoying the gaze very much.
We did a a silly video. Kayla filmed a silly video the other day. There was this TikTok explaining like the female gaze, kind of, and they had this guy who, I guess the best way to describe what they explain it as is he's not quote unquote conventionally attractive, but he has a way that he looks into the camera that has made a lot of women on TikTok feel a certain way.
Oh yeah, I've
And
heard
trying
of
to
this trend.
explain like how he looks at them, and then I think Kayla had a lot of the guys at the office try to recreate that. I don't know how it turned out. I don't know if anyone took it seriously.
I'm gonna guess not well.
Yeah, probably not.
I'll do it right now.
Save it. Did you do it for the video?
Oh.
Save it. Oh.
I didn't do it for the video. I didn't see the video.
Are you doing it into the camera right now?
I thought that's what that was.
Yeah. Ladies, he's a bad boy.
Oh, there it
I
is.
just kicked over my water.
That's our thumbnail right there, by the way.
I'm not picking it up.
Whoa.
Go to your room, Chris.
Bad boy.
Eat my shorts.
Oh, I hate it. I saw this really dumb thing online the other day. I guess there's an ATM that was made like as part of an art exhibit, and it's at a museum currently in Miami, where it had the ATM keeps a leaderboard of people who have the most money in their bank account.
I saw this.
I saw that too. It was the weirdest thing. I can't believe that's a real.
And it like
And
takes
it's
your
real.
picture, right? It takes your picture and then puts you on the leaderboard with your picture and how much money you have in your bank account.
I would what?
That seems like a security risk.
Like, I want to just hang out in like a ski mask with like a gun behind it and be in all of the photos.
You just want a photo bomb?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't care about the leaderboard or the social experiment or what any of this means, like on a philosophical level. I just want to photo bomb all the photos on the kiosk.
Yeah. I think Diplo like tweeted a photo of himself like taking the number 1 spot on the leaderboard with like $3.2 million or something.
I think there was a video that was followed up in that thread of someone who got 9 million or like had $9 million in their bank account. And I'm just like, who are these people who are using an ATM, first of all?
Also,
Like,
and
what is
That's what
going
I'm saying.
I
You
mean,
shouldn't
you
have
just
that
go-
much money in just sitting in a bank account anyway.
I know.
Chris would never do
Should
that.
be in investments and
No.
whatnot. But
I
yeah.
just can't imagine walking around with a card that has access to that much money.
Right?
Like that's like
And
that account.
publicizing that.
Right. I'm not walking around coming to a public venue with the card that can tap into those funds. That stays there. Like I better put in an account number or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I'm not
You know,
not
like
doing
a 16-digit pin.
it. Right. Yeah, you gotta call me on the second phone on my burner phone to get the code.
I'm surprised so many people are doing it willingly. Again, like it just seems like such a security risk.
Yeah.
Just like, hello everyone, this is me and this is how much money I
Please
have.
rob me.
Yeah.
You walk out of that gallery, they're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Top target.
I do like seeing it scrolling too and like seeing like rank number 55 and 56 and it's like $100,
Yeah.
$56. And I was like, these
You're not going to move up that list.
oh.
I want to go and get the lowest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see a full video, but yeah, I saw down to like, I think the lowest I saw was like $100 or so. No, it was like $300, but yeah, it's like pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get negative in your bank account if you
Yeah,
overdraft.
that's-
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, I remember when that happened to me, and it was such a disturbing feature of the way banking works. I don't know if it's like worldwide or just in the US, where it's like if you don't have enough and you overdraft, there's a fee.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they take
It's predatory.
More
more
money.
money out
Yeah.
when you already don't have the
Yeah.
money to pay for what you need to be
Mhm.
paying
Yeah.
for. It's like, that's insanity.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
Or you
And I
can
know I'm preaching to
or
the-
you can pay for a special kind of account that has like overdraft protection.
Yes.
Right.
That's how they
Which
get you. Then
just
they
pay
pull from
more.
your other account. No, they just take the same fee
Oh my
Yeah.
and they
God.
pull from your savings account instead of putting you in the negative. I was like, it's still my money. I
Right.
don't like this.
That's crazy. Man. Yeah, that was I still remember being just like shocked when that happened to
Yeah.
me. Being
Wait,
like, you're taking more money from
How can-
someone who doesn't have.
how can you take what does not exist?
Chris was channeling Batman before the podcast,
Oh,
and I heard it
that
coming
was so
out a little
good.
bit there.
I heard the gruff and then it went away.
He gets really mad when he talks about banking.
He's a bad boy.
He is
Yeah.
a bad boy. Speaking of banking, you mentioned like a ATM card. It made me think about something. I had the other day. I had someone come out to my place because I wanted them to clean my dryer vent.
Okay.
Oh, those things are cool.
Yeah. I had bought one myself at Home Depot to try to do it myself.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like a long
You like
tube thing.
suck it?
Yeah, you put it on a drill.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you like put it into the vent and it like spins and pulls stuff out. But the one I got at Home Depot wasn't long enough. So like, oh crap, I need to call a professional. So I called some like a company to come out and do it, and they show up with like this really long extension thing. And, it's basically the same thing I bought, but like way longer.
Industrial.
And industrial. And the guy's like telling me about all the weird stuff he found. He's like, yeah, one time the machine got stuck in there and I had to reach in and I pulled out a leg.
Oh,
He's like, but it was like a small leg. He's like, and it was a rat.
what? Oh.
He was like, I pulled off a rat's leg and it would just been cooking in there.
That took Chris on so many different adventures. I think first he thought it was a human leg, then he thought it was a baby
I was
leg.
trying to comprehend a human leg the whole time.
But that's how he told it. He didn't
Somehow
say it was
the
a rat
rat
leg. He
leg-
said, I pulled out a leg. I was like, what? He's like,
I was
rat
like, a
leg.
doll leg, maybe?
Right. I was like, a Barbie doll. Like, that makes sense.
He said another time, like, he thought a bird flew out at him, but it was a dead bird that had just like gotten kicked up and like flew into his, like, it got propelled up into his face.
Wait. There's a dead bird in the vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah, it hit him in the face when he was pulling
When he was
the thing
cleaning
out.
it out.
So he's telling me about all this weird stuff he found, and he's like cleaning mine out, and I started getting worried, like, oh shit, what's he gonna find in this one? And he's like,
An arm.
he pulls something out. He's like, oh, it's an insurance card. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, look, it's an insurance card. It wasn't mine. It was like the previous owner. I was like,
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, that's not mine. He was like, oh, there's also a gift card in here, and he pulled out like a $10 Visa gift card.
I love how there's multiple cards.
I was like,
did you use it?
One
it was
card.
expired.
Oh.
No.
My guess is probably the person dried their clothes with the cards in their pocket or whatever, and it somehow got sucked into the vent.
But I don't know how we would
but
get
how?
out of the dryer into the vent.
Yeah, the way it shouldn't fit.
Yeah, and he was like, okay, he's like, I admit, that's the first time I've ever seen an insurance card. He's like, I've never seen that one before. That's a new one for
Did
me.
he write it down?
It's probably expired by
There's got to
now.
be a list.
No,
though.
like write
a
down
list.
his list
Yeah.
of cool things.
He goes to the next house. He goes, so look, I've taken a leg, a bird, and an insurance card.
What do you got?
Let's see what you got.
It's like Ariel and the Little Mermaid with her collection.
Look at this stuff.
Isn't it neat?
I found it up with some dryer sheets.
But oh man, the stuff that comes out is nasty. It's
Walking
so-
around on
wanting-
those legs.
Did you return your little dryer thing? Your thing?
No, I've still got it. You want it?
I want to try and use it. I've been wanting to do that for a while.
I'll bring it in. I'll let
I
you
think
borrow
we
it.
have one too.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Just I guess my vent shaft or whatever you call it was just way too long for
Shaft's
it.
too big.
Yeah.
It's like a really big cause for
Shaft's too big.
house fires.
Right.
Dryer
Yeah.
vents.
Yeah, because they get full of stuff and then the heat and then it's all
Like
lint. So it's
spontaneously
very,
combust.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Like,
it's-
really?
it's-
Yeah, like it gets hot because of the hot air, and then
And
like
if
that
it's
stuff's
not-
flammable.
Expelling properly.
The idea of that is crazy to me. I can't comprehend that.
You got to see the videos of this. I mean,
There's rat legs. There's birds.
no, but like it's like the amount of stuff that will come out is crazy. It's like just a little vent, and it's all of a sudden it's like whoosh.
It's like a party trick. Like, it's like one of those clowns where you
Yeah.
just keep
Exactly.
going, just keep pulling the
Yeah.
fabric out. And it's just dust and,
Yeah. It's just lint.
and lint.
It's mostly
Mhm.
lint.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you guys have good dryers? Do you like your dryers?
I like my dryer a lot. Yeah, I
My
bought it a
dryer's
couple
been
years ago.
acting up a little bit, so I'm looking for a replacement.
Yeah,
What's
you
it
might
doing?
just need to clean your vent.
We have,
Mm.
and it has not really improved it. It's just
Mm.
not drying our clothes very well.
Mm.
I actually, because of that, we recently went on a vacation, and I had so much laundry to do,
Oh, yeah.
like to the point where with our dryer not functioning properly, it probably would have been like 7 loads of laundry, if
Mhm.
not more. So I was like, I can't. This is going to take me weeks to get through. So I'm just going to pay a laundry service. I did a laundry
Right.
service
Yeah.
for the first time, which was life changing. It's obviously like it's going to cost you something, but you bag up your dirty clothes. They take them, they wash them for you, fold them for you, and deliver them
Bring 'em
back
back.
within 24 hours.
They
And I'm like,
fold them?
And if you give them,
BK's sold.
if you give them hangers, they hang them too. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I don't know. I
But
don't
then
know
all
if
my
I got
clothes came back clean, and I was just able to put them away. And I'm like, this saved me probably like
hours.
2 weeks of doing laundry.
Well, you gotta get a new dryer too.
Yeah, you weren't gone
Yeah.
that long, so to make 7 loads
I
of laundry.
also had like towels, and I had like other laundry that I didn't do before the vacation.
Yeah, it built.
We also were somewhere where there was like a beach, so like everything I brought, even if I didn't end up using it,
Sandy
got
and gross.
smelled and like was
Mhm.
just like being in the luggage with every other thing.
Yeah.
I also pack heavy.
Okay,
I
no judgment.
I remember like I've had a washer and dryer like where I live
Mhm.
for a while, but remembering when you had to like a place where there was no like washer dryer like in the complex, and you had to like drive to a laundromat, that I would put it off so long until I had nothing to wear. I would wear like I would be like, what underwear? What can this be underwear?
I just no underwear.
Yeah, that too.
That's bad boy Chris.
Like
Bad boy Chris doesn't wear underwear sometimes, and sometimes he wears like
shirts as underwear.
he does. Convenient hole.
Just have the worst visual. You're trying to put it on so it doesn't clump up underneath your pants. It's like some sort of underwear.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse shirt. Do your arms go through the legs?
That's what I'm
your arms go
doing.
through the legs. So then the neck hole is now
A convenient hole.
a convenient hole.
Whoa.
Well, as a New Yorker, I was like, I definitely resonate with that. We pretty much have to deal with laundromats all the time if we're lucky that it's in the building. So
I stayed in 2 different apartments when I lived in Montreal, and the first one had the laundry room in the garage basement, which I was like, I'm going to get murdered when I go do my laundry every single time. So I would just avoid doing my laundry as much as possible. The next apartment I moved into the next year, the laundry room was on the top floor of the building, like essentially like the quote unquote penthouse. So it was the most beautiful room in the entire apartment because it was just all windows. And it was just the laundry room. And I was like, this is amazing. I want to just like come up here and do my laundry and bring a coffee and like hang out. I was like, they should do this in every single apartment building.
That does seem like bad use of like space. Like
it definitely was questionable.
It's like that's like the most expensive room.
Yeah.
I think it's because like it's just an apartment building. So like every unit, depending on the size, of course, is essentially the same.
Yeah, but
normally there's like an upcharge though.
For, like the top floor with all the windows, that's the most expensive one, and then they could just do like the one below it.
They still had some units up there. Like it wasn't the entirety of the floor. It was like a section of the top floor.
So that's why you pay more when you're up there because you're close to the laundry room.
There it is.
You don't have to
There's
lug
the
it up.
upcharge.
Very true.
When I was in college, I had to, we had like a laundry room down, kind of like in the basement, like the lower level. I remember one time, like I was doing my laundry and I was like, I was in my room and I was like, check the time. I was like, oh, the dryer's probably done. I should go get my stuff out of the dryer. I went downstairs and like I got there right as the dryer was finishing. It's like, oh, cool, perfect timing. And I pulled everything out of the dryer, put it in my basket, went back to my room, and I was like, I'm going to fold it all and put it away when I get to my room. Got to my room, started putting everything away, and there was a pair of pants in there that wasn't mine.
That's always exciting.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and they fit.
Oh, you got
wow. You've won.
Wait, did you keep them?
Yeah, I called them my magic pants.
Wow.
Those become your lucky pants
that
after
seems
that.
like the most un-Gus thing to do.
Brotherhood.
Wear someone else's pants?
They were clean. They just came out of the laundry.
Yeah, I guess.
They did just come out of the laundry. I don't need to know the history of the pants.
Would you have done that with a shirt?
If it fit and I liked it, sure.
What about underwear?
No, definitely
There's
not.
the line.
Yeah, that's touched your genitalia.
Magic pants.
What if someone wore those commando?
They were clean.
They were clean.
And I didn't wear them commando.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, I have a layer of protection, right?
Right.
Because I would be like, new shirt or new sock, single sock.
Yeah.
Not pants.
Or
Did you ever wear a sock as underwear?
The visual, no. Why would you say that?
I had to.
I'm trying to think. I might
Would you need
Get
some
it out of
straps?
my mind.
I'm trying to think just to keep
The elastic is enough. Stop.
Jeans are scratchy and not particularly comfortable.
Are we talking to like a no-show sock or like a like how big of a sock do we need?
It's a literal tube sock. BK's gone.
This is BK's first and last Archie podcast.
What have I walked into? Oh man, you really
Chris
are
is
a bad boy.
I feel like I have. Just to keep myself from being scratched by jeans.
If you do it, don't ever tell us.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I'm not gonna do it now. I have a washer and dryer like in my house.
Yeah. I just also want to specify. I'm talking like this dryer, because it would take me so long. The dryer takes about 4 run-throughs to dry clothes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Something's definitely wrong.
Something
of like
is
an
wrong.
hour running. So
What?
that's why I opted to do this, because that's why it would have taken me so long. I just want to specify that. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Do you mind saying, is it gas or electric?
I think it's electric. Yeah.
I don't know. I understand that you needed to do it, but like personally, I don't know if I can have like a stranger
should hang
touch
stuff
my
up.
clothes.
Do you ever dry clean stuff?
So the
It's the outer layer. I don't dry clean my.
I didn't.
Nice
I did
panties.
my personals. I did
Okay.
my own socks and underwear. I sent them like my pants and my shirts and
Okay.
all those things. I wouldn't send a stranger
That's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
can't.
really?
my nether
Yeah.
things. No. I
You
don't
would?
personally. Well, also,
I would. I don't. Yeah, sure. I mean,
He also wore socks.
That-
That might be a lady thing.
It might be a lady thing.
Because, like,
Yeah.
I got some cute little panties sometimes. I try a little extra smexy. Like, I might send my little briefs to the person, but I'm not.
There's a lot going on.
Right.
Yeah. Stuff that you might not want a stranger
Understandable.
dealing with.
Chris has a lot going on too. Don't make any
Yeah, his
assumptions.
socks.
Right, you're right. I
With
can't.
what he's got going on.
But I actually like the service that I used. It was really sweet because they connect you with the person who's going to wash your clothes, and you could see their bio. And this was like a mom of 2 young boys, and she's like just looking for ways to supplement my income, blah 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 blah. So it's like you get to know the person who's actually doing.
So did they do
your
it at
laundry.
their home, or
I
is-
think so. I think it's just like you could sign up to be involved in this service, and you just like pick up the clothes, you do it at your own place, and then
This
you bring it back and like
Uber laundry?
Yeah.
Like,
pretty much. Yeah.
what?
It was pretty cool.
Interesting.
That's cool.
If you're ever in a pickle or have a broken dryer, it's not a bad idea.
Any of y'all want a hot tub?
Yes.
Did-
Does
wait,
it
wait, wait.
work?
You said wanna. Do you mean want a or want to?
Want a?
Okay, no.
I have
I don't
follow-up
know in
questions.
both.
Do you have access to a hot tub?
Too many hot tubs.
What?
I have too many hot tubs.
How many?
But I don't have
is
a.
too
I don't.
many?
Like physically in your space?
Yeah.
I
So I don't need a hot tub. I don't have a good place in my house for a hot tub.
But
wait,
why
you
do-
said you have multiple hot tubs.
I know.
There's
That's
a
why I'm
hot
trying
tub
to get
sitting
rid
in
of them.
boxes? Like,
So-
what's going on?
when you say multiple, how
yeah.
many we talking?
Define multiple.
Well, 2.
Okay.
It-
More than
I mean, that's
one.
more than one.
Is-
Yeah.
I think one is too many for you if you don't have the room
Yeah,
for it.
exactly. So there, I was looking at Christmas presents and stuff,
Mhm.
and then
You accidentally ordered 2 hot tubs?
well, it's conscious. It was a conscious decision. I was like, there was a sale on like an inflatable hot tub,
Inflatable.
Inflatable.
inflatable hot tub, and I was like, and it was like, I was like, I gotta buy a hot tub.
Yeah.
Like,
He
and I was
fell for the
thinking, I was like,
BOGO.
Yeah.
Hot tub should not be a BOGO.
It should not be a BOGO, but you fell for it.
and then I was like, well, maybe my brother might want a hot tub.
Yeah.
So for Christmas, like,
Right. The perfect.
It's
holiday
thoughtful.
gift.
Yeah.
hey, someone gives you a hot tub?
Is this like a
Can I get a hot tub?
is it like a 4-person like standard size?
It's 70 inches by 70. It's like 70 inches circular.
It's like 6 feet.
Yeah. So it's like
You
two.
probably fit 2 people
It's like
in
a
there.
couple and maybe like a kid or 2, which is perfect. My brother.
Perfect, my brother.
And then I was like, man, you know what? Maybe my sister would like a hot tub.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then I was talking to her about it, and she did want a hot
She
tub.
wanted a hot tub.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Just like
Okay.
a circular inflatable hot
I've
tub.
never seen an inflatable hot tub, so I really thought you were like lying to me.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Like hot tubs, they're like the brown and the square.
anymore.
and-
Square usually,
Not
yeah.
anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the
Upgraded.
future.
Yeah, but then I was talking about because she doesn't live here, and we're talking about like I don't know how big it is. It's inflatable, but like it's probably
Right.
still big. So then, but she did want it,
Okay.
so I ended up I ordered one and sent it to where she lived, and I don't know. I'm still unsure. I talked to my sister about it. She's like, you might want to check with your brother. I could see them either really liking it or hating it. The inflatable hot tub.
Yeah.
So I have at least one extra hot tub, maybe 2.
At least one,
What
maybe
a-
two. We have
What a long convoluted story that answered nothing.
nothing.
But
Wait, do you
You
have
asked-
2 or 3?
I got 3.
Okay.
One
One
is
for
gone.
you.
Well, no, none for
One
me.
for your
None for you.
sister.
One for your sister. One for your brother.
for your
yeah,
brother.
but I don't know if my brother's gonna want it.
Okay.
And then I have an extra one that I
Because
was.
according to your sister, he might hate it.
Yeah,
So you have one taker for sure.
for sure.
So you're
maybe a second.
And let me tell you, think about this. We could bring it to the office, but if I bring it to the office, we gotta expense it.
Tyler slacked me in all capital letters. RTP hot tub
Yes!
episode. Let's do no.
Oh my god!
Sign me up. Let's
Well,
go.
Then we need to do the RTP with 2 adults and maybe 1 or 2 kids.
hey,
We got one kid right here.
yeah, or I have 2. I have 2.
So
can do
if
2 hot tubs.
Dual wielding hot tubs
Yes.
for the podcast.
Yes.
No. No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Well, that means you gotta get them here,
Yeah, I can do
Damn.
that. They're still in the box.
Oh my god.
and then we gotta inflate them, fill them with hot water.
No, you fill it with water. Doesn't it heat the water?
Yeah, you just fill it with water, Barbara.
That's it.
and
Just
it
water.
heats
It gets
It
hot.
heats it itself.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
just
This is
it's a hot
future
tub, and
technology.
it
I've never
bubbles.
heard of this
I mean,
before.
I get that's a dumb question. Of course it has to, right? I don't know what I
We
was
can
thinking.
set it up right.
You got to put in boiling water.
The audio's got to be terrible.
You don't have to turn the bubbles on.
Then it's just us sitting in a tub.
Yeah, then it's just
Gus,
sitting.
we have the technology. Audio can sound great.
That's just four
Sounds like
grown
Gus
adults
doesn't want to get
sitting
in
in
a
a bath.
swimsuit.
They do hot tub streams on Twitch all the time.
Yeah,
I-
individuals.
I do not want to be in Chris soup. That's all it is.
Chris,
Hey Gus, you'll sit in one of the hot tubs by yourself, and then two or three other people will sit in the
Honestly,
other one.
that's what I thought. I was like, we could do like a giant soup and keep it hot. Think about it. I thought that. That was the thought that went through my head.
It's Funhouse's podcast that used to be called Dude Soup. on the RT podcast.
the hot tubs are just cauldrons.
They really are. It's just human cauldrons.
Yeah. A big crock
No, I
pots.
think he really wants to make soup.
We could.
It's like taking a bath together is what a hot tub is essentially.
No, but with bubbles.
What?
And you can't keep a bathing suit.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
What are you-
No, we could
That's
come
why.
naked.
That's the difference between a hot tub and a bath.
That's the difference between a hot tub and an HR
Wait.
complaint.
The difference between a hot tub and a bath is the bubbles.
Bubbles and bathing suit.
and nudity.
But you can have a bubble
You
bath.
can have a bubble bath, and there are baths that have the jets
They have
in
the
them.
jets, yeah. So
Let
essentially
alone
it's just a
the
clothes-
soap that is merely bubble bath.
Maybe
There is one
maybe-
called Mr. Bubble.
There it is.
Maybe it just can't be in a bathroom. A hot tub
What?
in a bathroom is just a tub.
right.
But
that could
outside
get
of the
hot.
bathroom.
Because technically all tubs could be hot.
Every tub has the potential of
Yes,
being hot.
indeed.
So I think the qualification for a hot tub is that it's not
Yeah.
in your bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Oh, I like that.
You mentioned Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
That use that stream from hot tubs.
Uh-huh.
Before we recorded the podcast, this podcast is pre-taped. I didn't say that.
Oh,
yet.
yes.
This podcast is pre-taped.
Oh yeah.
We don't
there's-
care 'cause
we have
we're
a-
bad.
A holiday cadence.
Bad boy.
Blizz tweeted about a Twitch streamer who had recently had a baby, and she wanted to try to figure out a way where she could still breastfeed and
And stream.
still be okay on Twitch at the
Uh-huh.
same time. So her and her audience developed an overlay for her stream that makes it look like she's in a hot tub whenever she needs to breastfeed her baby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then she can breastfeed her baby, and it still looks like it looks like she's in a hot tub. And there's like the little overlay that I see here that's associated with the story says human buffet break. And it looks like she's sitting in a hot tub.
Wow.
Human buffet?
Like a buffet. for
Breastfeeding is the human
buffet.
buffet?
Right, the breastfeeder is partaking in a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Didn't speaking of like hot tubs, didn't Off Topic do a hot tub podcast?
think
Yeah,
so.
we did.
Yeah, you guys
Human
did.
buffet break.
I remember because there was a lot of nipples in that podcast.
Too many.
I saw a lot of my colleagues.
So wait,
nipples.
They've done.
Yeah,
they did a hot tub Off Topic.
I went out of my way and found a rentable hot tub space.
Yep.
That's how I did it.
And it was like a.
We don't have to even go out of your way.
I have
We
inflated.
can
We
go
could bring
right
him
here
here.
your way.
Put it on the table.
Oh yeah, Tyler even sent me a screenshot. I forgot. Yep, that's
Was
it.
Eric, Jack, right? And Michael,
Alfredo.
Yeah, Eric
Oh,
Alfredo.
not Jack. Eric, Alfredo, Michael.
Alfredo, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, any excuse to sit in a hot tub.
Exactly.
I'll pass.
What is this whole thing? You're anti
They're,
hot tub?
they're dirty.
No, but this will be a new one.
This would be a
A
fresh,
brand new hot tub.
just for you.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
A brand new. You can watch me fill
You'll
the
be in the
water.
one by yourself.
No.
I would be willing to do that.
I'll sidecar.
Gus, you changed, man. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but just put your feet in.
I'll have like a little foot bath.
Yeah,
Like
put your
a-
feet in.
Ooh.
Gus can be the lifeguard.
Let's get pedicures.
We
Okay.
should though.
Can-
A little spa day, RT podcast.
Yeah.
And we do it in winter.
Okay.
I like how
okay.
Chris said that as if it was the most mind-blowing piece of.
It'd be crazy.
Okay.
it would be crazy. It would be cold
tubs in winter are
outside,
the
but
best.
it's warm
It's true.
inside.
That's
Yeah, years ago. It's an old story. I sat in a hot tub for a long time at Sundance when it was like snowing outside at a ski resort in January, and like sitting outside in a hot tub. It's awesome. Like
Yeah.
the snow's falling on you, but you're not cold.
That's
so you
so
don't
cool.
get too hot. Because sometimes when you're in a hot
Right.
tub, it's
like
like
a nice
you have to
balance.
get out and come back
Where
in and
you
get out
can
and come back in.
like you alter how much of you sticking out of the hot tub, like getting a little hot, a little more of you out in the cold.
Have you ever done a cold plunge?
No.
No,
or like any of those like cold pools or
I
anything?
don't like that.
I have been crazy during Christmas time and jumped in a cold pool.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
like
cold
a
plunge.
dare.
I hate being cold.
me too. I hate it too.
Yeah.
I've done it
But you've
before.
done it, yeah.
And it was like, it definitely is invigorating and like, I think it like your adrenaline goes crazy. It's like some endorphins.
Yeah.
I get out. I was
triggered.
like this for 20 minutes.
Just shaking.
yeah,
It
just shake.
Even
just
wrapped
cold
up
whole
in the
time.
blanket inside. I was just like, I can't. My body.
was a mistake.
There's
It
these
was.
YouTubers I follow that I've talked about a ton of times on the podcast, Kara and Nate.
Mhm.
They did a thing where they took a cruise to the North Pole.
Oh, cool.
And they did the polar plunge at the North Pole. Like
Mm.
literally
On the North Pole.
North Pole.
North Pole.
Yeah, like the North Pole where
That's the
they
portal to find Santa.
right?
Oh.
They found him under the water.
That's what I could not.
No one's ever looked
Oh my God.
under the water.
He was really serious. I looked
I
over
just know-
and saw his eyes of childlike wonder.
I was just thinking, it's like, well, obviously, you know, but like, no, have we? What? I know Santa's not real, but like,
You had to
Have we looked under the
clarify.
water?
But what if you lived under
But
the
he
water?
was real.
if you're gonna do like a realistic
Yeah.
Santa movie, I think that would be
He's
that.
dying.
No, but really though,
Especially in the future once the ice caps are totally melted.
oh, that's how they're gonna find Santa.
Wow. He'll be revealed.
Is it inner Earth Santa?
yeah. He's been hibernating.
What if he's
this
a
whole time.
dinosaur?
What if he's
I can't breathe.
What if he's been
Oh my God.
cryogenically
Oh, hail
frozen?
Mothra Santa.
That was a ho ho ho.
Oh, my stomach hurts. The reindeer are really just Godzillas and
Yeah.
We figured it out. We cracked the code.
Jesus.
No, they didn't find him though when they did the show.
They had the perfect opportunity to coordinate with someone in Antarctica though and make like a North Pole South Pole Earth sandwich.
I know they should have done that.
Yeah.
It was really cool to watch because the captain of the boat, or the cruise ship rather, wants to get the boat exactly
Mm.
on the North Pole, which is like a certain degree.
Mhm.
And I think it took like 2 or 3 hours for them to perfectly,
Mm.
like they were basically there. And it was like little micro adjustments of the boat to try to get the perfect degree to like say, okay, we are now on the
On it.
North Pole.
And
That's
this-
cool.
So, is that where the compass just like did not know where to go?
I think everything is south.
Everything's south. That makes sense.
Everything.
Say the word he just said.
Compass?
Say the word he just said.
Compass?
What did you just
Com-
say?
You said compass.
He said it weird.
I said compass.
It's, it's compass, right?
Compass.
Compass.
It's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
ongoing thing I've been trying to figure out, and there's a perfect opportunity to just.
How do you say it?
It's a compass.
Compass.
Kai says compass.
Oh.
maybe it's just cool people.
Yeah, we love our compass.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Oh my
Compass. Have you ever used a compass?
Yeah.
I can't say it without thinking of it.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
and
I'm
not in
so
a video
sorry.
game.
Not in a video. You really
In real
used one
life.
in real life?
Damn it! Oh, I've only used it in a video game.
I
We-
used it on my phone before.
I know that I used them when I was like a kid in like Boy Scouts or something.
I was about to say you were a Boy
No,
Scout.
not Boy
Bad
Scout.
Boy
Cub
Scout.
Scouts. I didn't actually get to Boy Scouts.
Is this the what's the Boy Scout thing?
I don't
Is
know.
it
I didn't
this?
get that far. I was like
Oh.
Were you
Careful, you
were
start
you a
throwing a
Weeblo?
king size.
I didn't get to
Barbara.
Weeblo.
Yeah,
Below.
well, one
You're
is
just a
from
Cub Scout.
Hunger Games, right?
Yeah. And I know we used a compass in Simple Walk in Mordor.
Oh, right.
You did.
Yeah.
Which was 10 years ago.
Mordor?
Simple Walk into Mordor.
It's a video they did like 10 years ago. It was awesome.
Chris and Carrie walked, how many miles? 120? No, 120 kilometers.
They-
no, it was like 100.
Like the walk that
Yeah,
would
they walked
take the long
from-
journey?
They walked from Hobbiton, the set of Hobbiton in New
To
Zealand,
the
to
set of-
Mountain Doom.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's really cool. Holy cow.
They did
We
it
used
so well.
we used the compass.
Compass.
I'm sorry. I ruined
Yeah.
the word for you now.
It's really ruined because now I hear compass.
Yeah, it's not good. Have I ever told you about when I went to Girl Scout camp?
No.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I was a Boy Scout as well when I was young. But when I was young for a long time, my mother was a field director for the Girl Scouts. So she like oversaw like a bunch of troops in an area, and she had to go to Girl Scout camp. And I guess like there was no one to watch me, so she took me to Girl Scout camp with her.
How old were you?
I was like 12, I think,
Okay.
12 or 13.
Oh, the age you probably hated that.
It was
No.
fine. It was fine, but I didn't really like
Never mind.
hang out with the girls or anything. Like the family who ran the camp had a son who was also around my age, and he was
Oh.
like
Oh, good.
super starved to hang out with boys. So it's like I went to Girl Scout camp and I just hung out with like their son, and we just like rode ATVs and
Oh,
like,
cool.
went swimming all the time.
You want to play Tomb Raider?
Yeah, man.
We found his porn stash in the woods.
Hey.
Wait, did you really find a point?
Yeah.
Why are they
Wow.
always in the
Why are
woods?
they always in the woods? I don't know.
Have you heard of this phenomenon?
No.
I didn't know about it until I started talking to these guys.
Mine's
But
just under the bed. I'm
No,
very
like,
confused.
Lots of times you'll
Right.
find random porn in the woods.
Yeah, it's a thing.
it's a thing apparently.
Probably less so now because
It's all digital.
Yeah, it's all.
But yeah, like when I remember
don't-
being a kid, it's like you're like going out to like an empty lot or just like walking around in undeveloped land. And it's like, oh, there's a bunch of porn here.
like videotapes or
It's
like
mostly
magazines.
magazines most. Yeah,
I wonder if it's like because it would be found if they kept it in their house anyway.
that might be
I
it.
don't know.
Like
Yeah.
it's like a husband's secret.
Yeah. Or
Secret
wives.
wife.
Mm.
I found a whole big old trunk of porn one time.
A trunk?
Like I'm talking
Like big chest.
a chest.
Fine.
Chest.
We just stumbled upon a chest.
You,
Yeah.
you found a
Yeah.
chest
No,
full
it-
of chests.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Hey.
Yeah, it was just like
Getting there.
it was huge, but it wasn't very good porn.
Mm.
How
We took it back.
unfortunate.
What made
Took
it,
it back-
what made
wait,
it not
okay.
good?
I don't remember.
Wait,
It
you
was just
took
like
it away from
yeah, we carried the trunk.
chest.
It was full of treasures, Barbara,
I know.
and we
That belonged to someone.
yeah. This
you
was
took it home, then you took it back.
Where did you find
no,
it?
we didn't take it back. We found it on the street in college.
On the street. Oh, this wasn't even in the woods.
Like just on
yeah,
the corner?
this was not. Yeah, this was just
like someone took out
it was
their
on a
trash
street. I
garbage
think someone
night.
yeah, maybe someone moved and got rid of
It's
this.
bulk night, you know.
Yeah,
Or they put it there for someone to discover.
maybe
Make someone's
Ooh, like-
week.
yeah, like one of those what do you call those things?
Treasure.
Well,
Those caches?
yeah,
Those, like,
geocaches.
Geocache,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did you guys? I'll let you finish.
Oh, well,
a different tangent.
we went and then we took this big old trunk and then we went through all of it, and then we
Did
decided
you go through all of it?
yeah, all-
Everyone?
pretty much, and we were like decided nah, this one's no good. Like did some like just not great porn.
Take some of your favorites. Like,
Yeah, we kept some.
oh,
Nice.
Got rid of some.
now
You had
he's
to fight
kept
over
some.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
too
Right,
much.
the story's
changed.
It was
changing.
too
You
much.
see?
It was too much to be
No, which
like.
was it? It was bad or was
Or
it
was
too
it
much?
too much?
Right, the
Both.
story's
Were you
changed.
overwhelmed
There was
or
too
it
mu-
was bad?
If it was just a
There was
little
some
bit,
good stuff.
there was too much porn that wasn't good that we didn't want. That we were like, we got to get rid of some of this. This is just not practical.
Right.
You should have made a collage out of it.
Well, yeah.
Well, there
know,
were
that
also
would've
like
been smart.
tapes and stuff too. Like
It was you and a friend, or
What's
two
the word
more
tape?
friends.
I think it was me and a friend, but there might have been a friend over.
Did you fight over anything?
Sword
No,
fight.
Not
Ooh.
really.
I want Indiana Jones. No, I want Indiana Jones.
Nice.
Well, I mean, this was also like the internet was a thing, so like physical. We didn't really want to be booting up the VHS,
Yeah.
you know, and there were DVDs, but again, that's a little more trouble than like internet.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So what did you do with it? The
Yeah.
stuff you didn't keep.
stuff we didn't keep, we put it back where we got it, like for another
Just
person to
left it there?
discover.
A less discerning porn connoisseur.
Yeah, yeah. So we just put it right back.
Mm.
Thought about keeping the chest because it was a good chest,
Just dump it out.
but then I was like,
It was just a little
no,
cummy.
it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a ploy. Maybe like because I know some people don't like it when people rummage through their chest to take their things. Like it's a furniture piece, so let's fill it
Yeah.
with porn. No one will take the chest, and it will actually go to the garbage instead of that. I have people who are really weird about that. I don't know if it's like a suburb thing
That is
or
really
whatever.
weird.
Yeah, they're really weird. They like don't like it that somebody will come and like dumpster dive in a sense, or like come down and
Yeah.
I
go
don't think
through
there's
things.
a problem with dumpster driving.
I don't either.
No.
I get some of my amazing finds of people
Yeah.
leaving out there, but some
Like-
people are like, "That's my stuff. Like
Yeah,
I don't
but-
want you having it." I'm like,
You're throwing it away.
right? It makes no
Grow up,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
It makes no
like-
sense.
The earth is dying because of our like people wasting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to recycle it.
Right.
Sounds like someone wanted you to find that booty.
There it is.
Yeah, but we had to pass. It was a sisterhood or the brotherhood of the traveling porn trunk.
Sisterhood of the
Sisterhood of the
porn
traveling
mags.
porn trunk.
Like we all just instinctively all turn to each other like,
What?
What is he
It
saying?
fits all of us.
Well, kind
It's
of
like
like your
my
magic
magic
pants.
pants.
That's
Yeah.
what made me
Yeah.
think of it. Because the
Oh.
brotherhood of the magic pants,
The brother.
and this is the brotherhood of the magic trunk.
Brotherhood of the
porn.
magic pants. Sisterhood of the magic porn
Nothing is
box.
true. Everything's
Yeah.
permitted.
We put porn in the title. Is that allowed?
Is that a lot? That'll get us.
Chris
taken down.
finds
Yeah.
what in a trunk?
I think I've told.
Shocker.
Hashtag bad boy.
I feel like I've told the story of the trunk We talked about.
You probably, yeah.
I feel like we have.
I don't remember.
I don't know if I went into such detail, but we've
Probably
told.
not.
Some,
I do recall you mentioning something about a trunk of porn at some point. I didn't realize it was just on the street. I thought you found it like
Was it?
hidden somewhere.
You're just
No, no,
waltzing
it was-
down the
it
road.
was-
Yeah.
Was it in West Campus?
It was in West
That
Campus.
makes a lot more
It was
sense,
in West
yeah.
Campus.
College
That's-
students.
Yeah, it's like a part of town I don't
Oh,
know
I was
much
gonna
about.
ask. I was like, yeah, I'm new here. What is that?
It's
Is
out
that
by a
a
university.
school?
It's
It's
or-
by
all
the
students
university,
are.
yeah.
It's not
Is that
part
a
of.
school or an area?
It's not actually. It's not part of University of Texas, but it's just west of the campus, and
so a
that's
lot of
like
people live there.
it's very much a
Okay.
like
It's like where all students live there so they can walk to campus.
That makes
It's like
sense.
right there.
very a lot of frats and
And there's a lot
sorority
of
houses.
turnover in residence, which is also why it makes sense. Like people moving in and moving
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I didn't go to school here, so that's like that area of town. It's like a mystery to me.
Yeah, I'm so lost.
How long have you been here now?
I guess it's half a year at least. It'll
Seems
be
like
almost a year
longer.
next spring.
Okay.
So
Why don't we go to West Campus and explore? I'll show you all the spots
Yeah.
that don't exist anymore when I was in college.
There's a lot of stuff. Is that like the drag?
Yeah.
Too.
That's drag.
So there's a lot of fun stuff there. Like good restaurants. I remember there's like really good ramen place there too.
Yeah.
It might be gone. That place.
It
Everything
might be
changes over
gone.
so fast there.
That's true.
yeah, the city is like rapidly expanding. I didn't know what I was getting into when I was like, I'm gonna move to Texas, cool, and Austin, and everyone around me is like, oh, that's the place to be.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
I get here, I'm like, yeah, so it's a big city. Where is everything?
It's really growing. Yeah.
I know it's also like you guys started at such a weird time too, when like everything is still kind of coming back to normal since the pandemic happened.
Right.
And so people aren't really going out as much and like going out to eat or going downtown. And I feel like also we're all older now, but when I started, Rishi, that was 22. And so it was like every weekend was like, let's go out, let's
Yeah.
go to this bar,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go to this place. And it's got to see a lot more of the city that way. We should do that for you.
Oh yeah, I just
I'll
don't know
go
where anything
out.
is though.
Yeah, we'll go out.
I'll go out.
Well, I love everyone, and everyone's so nice, right? This is the same energy. It's been echoed across the company. The problem is they go, where you want to go? I go, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, no, they can't be. They'd say,
I
we're going
don't-
to go here.
I don't know. They're like, well, what are you in the mood for? I go, I don't
Cartoons.
know. Give me the anime waifus. I'll be fine.
I guess like maybe they mean like, what do you like? Like,
right.
like for example, some people don't like barbecue or like don't like fried chicken or whatever. So it's like, why would I take you to Lucy's Fried Chicken if you don't like
Oh,
fried
well,
chicken?
then I've been to Lucy's Fried Chicken. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Or Gus's Fried Chicken,
Yeah. Quality.
which is another good place.
Down
You-
by the convention center.
You're not? Are you vegetarian?
No, but I
No?
don't really eat like red meats
Red
that
meat, okay.
much. Like, I'm definitely like not a beef person.
Gotcha.
But I can do it. I've done the barbecue. I've been to Terry Black's. Apparently, that's like the spot. But barbecue's like not on my go-to
Okay.
list. It's hard to find like good stuff
Just
that's not
cross a
like
bunch of
homemade.
things off the
Yeah.
list.
It's weird since like it's this part of Texas is really considered like a barbecue capital of Texas. Like even
Yeah.
not Austin proper, but like some of the small surrounding towns.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys had someone coming to visit you in Austin, what are like maybe the top 3 places you would take them?
I'd probably go east side, just out for like if you're going out for drinks and stuff. Like
But like where?
where specifically, Barbara?
Yeah.
See?
I don't
Like-
know. I don't know anything. I don't go anywhere. You're asking. I'm
yeah,
not the
but
person to
you
answer
like
that.
food, like
Yeah.
maybe food.
Do you
or,
order?
I
Do you have
think
like a go-to order spot where?
Like,
Yeah.
I eat lots of stuff around the office because it's
Yeah.
convenient.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I feel
it's-
that.
Yeah, it's stuff that's right here.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if it's a lazy thing, but I definitely have gotten more lazy in recent years of just like what's close.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not enough hours in a day.
I know.
You know, so I was like, oh, busy
Especially
working.
with traffic these days.
Yes.
Just takes
Oh my
forever.
gosh. Austin traffic, the worst.
It's terrible.
It's
really
bad.
bad.
This is sort of tangential. I was thinking about porn just now and places to go. You know, in the
Oh my god.
in,
Just took a
UBK's gonna
sip.
spit too.
and you know, in the Domain, which is like a North Austin kind of
Yeah.
district
Like a
area,
shopping center.
there's a bar that has a secret porn hole.
Do it, BK. Do it. Spit it out.
Let her swallow.
Okay.
Okay, you
Yeah.
good? Okay, you
Oh,
made it.
good. Jesus Christ.
There's a
thinking
bar
about
with a
porn.
secret porn hole.
Yes.
What's a porn hole?
Well, it's
Well, it's when a mommy and a daddy love each other.
No.
no,
No.
hole,
He's
In the
blushing.
wall.
Look at him.
Hold them all where you look.
and you
Where you
look,
put
and
it?
there's porn. No,
Oh,
What do you mean by look? Like there's a TV playing like in another
there's
room?
a little peephole with and you look in it and there's porn.
Like
Like
playing.
live porn?
Yes. No, not live.
Like live sex.
Not live.
I just Googled domain pornhole.
Did you get it? Any results?
Gus,
pop
I
up?
did too.
You did?
Yeah.
I can't find it.
You get a Craigslist want.
So
No.
it's a bar where it's like, is it like in the bathroom? Where is it?
It's by the ATM machines.
Okay.
Wow, that seems very public.
Well, you
And
don't.
then it shows on the ATM what porn you watched.
No.
The leaderboard.
How long you watched
How long
for?
your watch time? CC.
But I think there's a picture, and there's like a hole in the picture, like a
Mhm.
whodunit
Like an
movie or
Easter
something.
egg.
Or,
And
Uh-huh.
you can put your face up there to where
And you
everyone
put-
else put their dirty face.
yeah,
Says the guy who kept the pants that he found.
They were washed. They were out of the wash.
yeah, and you put. I thought it had gotten.
It's not drunk, horny people putting their face up to a painting.
Yes, true.
Well, yeah, because we were out a while back, and I was like, "This place used to have a porn hole," and then I didn't know if it still existed, and it did.
It does.
It does. Yeah.
So is that where you would
What
take people?
place is it?
Yeah.
It's Kung Fu
fascinated now.
Saloon,
Kung Fu
Oh, I
Saloon.
know about that place.
the north one. I don't know if the.
I think the other one closed down, didn't
Oh.
it?
I don't know. But-
Wasn't the manager like?
yeah, just type Kung Fu Saloon porn.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there like
I'm
a whole
looking.
controversy with Kung Fu Saloon? Like the owner was a shitty person.
That place has had problems.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oof.
it has stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know about any of those, but they did have a porn hole.
Seems like
Or
a very
still do.
stand-up place,
And I just want to clarify, it's just a picture through the hole.
or like a video.
It's video. Play.
Okay, see, I needed to know if
Yeah,
it was
no,
an
it's
active
like-
thing.
and I think it's.
Is it the same thing, Lupin?
Is it loop?
I
How
don't know.
long?
I've never
What's the
stayed and like
runtime?
watched, but every time
I can't find it.
I've seen it, it was like 70s like retro.
So what we're
porn.
gonna do is take our hot tubs to Kung Fu Saloon.
Set up shop.
Set up shop. Do a live reaction of us discovering porn.
No, that's actually a bad idea. That's
I-
a fear. Of
I
mine.
am finding a lot of people online talking about this.
Okay.
though. So
Well, I imagine
corroborating Chris's story.
it's probably like a speakeasy in that sense, where like people know about and talk about it, but they don't advertise it
Yeah.
publicly.
Do they still have that speakeasy at the Cosmopolitan in Vegas? That's like they don't advertise where the bar is. Like you have to, like you go into a shop and like pull on a wall and
That's in
open it.
Vegas?
Oh.
Yeah, you open behind a wall
Sick.
and there's a speakeasy there.
That looks like it, but now I think there's a painting, a picture around it. I think
Oh,
that may not be that.
it's like a lady dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like a little knot. A hole
Okay,
in
yeah,
wood.
I don't know if
Okay.
I'd call that porn,
Well, there might be more.
Well, sometimes they have. Sometimes they have
like
more.
penetration.
Yeah, I think. That may not be it, but it's same concept.
It's like that.
Same concept.
It's a good thing they didn't make low enough or big enough.
I always had
For
a
other
fear.
porn.
What's the difference between a pornhole and a glory hole? I mean,
Yeah.
Height and depth.
Your enthusiasm.
I always had a fear of being in a pool or a hot tub.
And you bought 3.
And someone
No.
watching you through
As
a hole.
when I was a teenager, of like being in one and then, like having an erection and then not being able to leave,
Mm.
like being
Oh.
like, I'm gonna stay in the pool.
I'm sure that's happened to people.
It has.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
Oh,
It probably happens to every teenage
Yeah.
boy ever.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, you're seeing a lot of people and not a lot of clothing.
Yeah, and then and you just have to wait. If everyone goes inside and you just stay out in the pool.
I really want to swim.
You're going, I'm just going to,
I'm just
Do
gonna
some
hang
laps.
out. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I gotta stretch my back or something.
Yeah, and you just hang out. In the pool.
And then everyone goes inside and they're watching Chris do the one. They're like, he's leaning up against the jets again. We keep telling him not to do that. We're going to need a drain to
is
clean the
he-
pool
Is
again.
he bending over?
What is that motion? That doesn't look like the breaststroke to me.
For the record, I didn't do that. I just wait. Just
You're
wait.
just waiting.
Yeah.
Were you ever afraid of getting your period in a pool?
Yes.
I feel like that's like a universal teenage girl fear.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you have no control of it. Like peeing in the pool is one thing. Like that's always intentional. I don't want to hear it was an accident.
Also,
It's never an
everyone
accident.
everyone pees in the pool.
Right.
No, not,
Oh.
not as an adult.
Maybe not.
Shouldn't be peeing in the pool.
Should pee in the
You
pool.
shouldn't.
No.
Shouldn't, but I'm sure people do.
People do.
Yeah. It
Animals.
looks like you do, Barb.
Yeah. I have.
Heard it here first.
Not in someone's pool. In a public pool, I've peed in the pool before.
You're not invited to the hot tub.
I wouldn't pee in your hot tub.
There's no filtration
I
in the
also
hot
don't
tub.
know
I'm not
that.
going to be in the hot tub.
Chris seems so indignant. I don't know if I've ever seen him that mad.
You're not allowed to mind.
You are not invited.
He was angry.
Well, I
would never.
Look at him put the cup down.
Oh yeah.
Not in my kingdom.
No, it's our kingdom,
Okay.
and that's why it is a public. It would be public.
The thing is you have to know that adults do this because when you're at a public pool,
I know.
there people are drinking
I know.
and people are not getting up.
And I know, and it happens.
You know?
It doesn't make it right. And if you're hanging out with someone in a pool and they don't go to the bathroom and they're drinking, shame on them. I know.
Depends how good the filtration system is.
No, stop making excuses, Barbara.
We should breed a special kind of shark called a pee shark
Pee shark.
that
That's-
only bite people if they're peeing.
Yeah,
And it's like you put a pea shark in your pool and it protects it.
that is the best idea you've ever had.
No, it's not.
It's like one of those pool cleaners. They have like little Roombas for the pool, but
Yeah.
instead it just
It's a shark.
it's a shark.
that
That
bites
just
you. in
nips
your-
at you.
It doesn't have to. It didn't have to do like
Ouch.
bite a leg. It's not
Well,
like
it's warm
not
over
like,
here.
Yeah, it's not taking a leg
And
like
nibble on
like,
your
yeah.
toes.
like a laundry vent. You know,
You get
It's-
this shark. I'm gonna swim with you. I'm gonna pee right next to you so the shark bites you. That's how I'm gonna.
No,
Now, how does he know who's the
it-
culprit?
They act fast.
Once the pee is floating there, though, like
Sharks- Yeah, they could.
Act
Well-
fast.
sharks can sense it.
We'll fix that problem in research.
I heard
Research and
it.
development.
Well, I know that I don't know if it's still a thing, but I remember as a kid, my camp counselors and parents and all this stuff would tell kids, "Hey, there's a chemical in the pool where if you pee, it'll turn a different color."
That's
And so kids were afraid to pee, but would still do it. It's a myth, by the way.
Yeah, because it's not
why
true.
is it?
But I'm
myth?
sure-
Why can't we make it?
I'm sure there's people watching this right now who didn't know that that was a myth.
Yeah.
Who
like
thought
that
was
really
real.
thought that
Yeah,
growing up.
guarantee you.
we
Mhm.
should make that and put it in our hot tub.
Why would you? Why would
Hot
you ruin
tubs.
people's fun?
Stop it, Barbara. You're not
I'm just
supposed to
gonna
make
keep-
their own jets.
It's the
You're
broth
supposed-
for the
they-
soup.
They have their own jets.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Ugh.
Stirring it
Do you
up.
pee in the shower?
No, I don't do that either.
Oh wow.
Unless I'm just like
See, I knew peeing in the shower is a gateway to peeing in the pool.
It is.
Yeah.
When you're
It
just used to letting it fly.
Sometimes
I'm not
you
I'm not
gotta
gonna say
go.
I haven't before, like in situations where I'm in a real hurry.
Right.
Mhm.
You know,
So don't shame it.
But as a rule, you don't.
as a rule, I don't. It's gross.
Right, but like you wake up in the morning, you're pressed for time. You got like 15 minutes. You go in there, and like normally when people wake up, they go to the bathroom. You miss that bathroom. You're in your shower. You're not getting out all dripping wet, no towel,
No, I
trying
do
to
it before
piss.
I go in.
Yeah.
But you forgot. It's
You-
a busy day.
No,
You
you,
got
wait.
15
turn the hot
minutes.
water on, let it
You-
get warmed up.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
you're feeling it, and then you go.
No, I mean you pee while it's warming
Oh,
up.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's
It-
exactly it.
I pee
That's
in the
exactly
shower
it. You pee, you turn it
exclusively.
on, you pee.
Well,
you
that's
get
a
in.
normal day, yes. But on days when that doesn't happen, sometimes you have to bite the bullet. Am I going to hold my bladder through my whole shower?
Do you brush your teeth while you're in the shower while you're
Yes.
peeing?
I have.
All at the same time.
I have.
It's efficiency.
Look, when you are pressed
You
for
also-
time,
Yeah.
I'm also sending an audio message on my phone while my water is heating up for my
The most
coffee.
productive morning shower I've ever heard of.
I just wake up earlier. I mean, you can do all that, or you can wake up 5 minutes earlier. Don't
I
hit the
can't.
snooze button.
It doesn't take that long to pee.
I don't
It's going
know.
to start taking longer. I'm sorry to tell you.
Well, you could just whip it out. Like we gotta sit and everything.
You gotta
Like that
sit,
takes a
gotta
whole
wipe.
extra 5 beats.
Gotta do all that shit.
Most of the time, I sit. Because it's an excuse to pull my phone out, and I can like
Oh, I
check
love
stuff on my
that.
phone. And like when you're standing, it's like it's all awkward. You sit, use your phone,
But
finish
it
peeing,
takes
done.
like 2 seconds to
I
pee.
stand while
Listen,
I look at my
as
phone.
you become an older man, it takes longer.
I have
to
a
pee.
long bladder, bro.
Yeah.
I be
A
peeing
long
for.
bladder.
Oh,
Do you ever
that's
feel
the wrong
like-
word.
in competition with people,
Empties like a tube.
would like to see who pees the longest.
Back in the day, yeah, I had kids who like that.
Mhm.
They were
Back-
weird.
No,
No, we still do it. Like,
Yeah.
you're like
Still
running
do
away
it?
to the bathroom.
Shut up.
Also, I had a night.
Wasn't
I-
you commented on someone's strong?
One time, when I was
Pee
peeing next to
flow.
Armando, I was like, "Oh, that's a youthful, strong."
I think that's a young person.
There's a young person's piss going on over here.
Those are the days.
I had an idea for something we should film. I put this on our
The
spreadsheet
time
of
everyone's
ideas.
pee.
Actually, I'll say it now. I don't know if we're gonna make it or not. But what I wrote in our spreadsheet was volume maximizer, which was like a guy being insecure about how loud his pee was. So like a product, like a fake infomercial product that makes your pee sound louder than it really is. So you don't have to be embarrassed in the bathroom.
Oh, it's louder than it is.
Right.
That's really fun.
Like a megaphone for your pee. It's like a
It's just an
funnel.
app.
An app. Okay, see, we're brainstorming the idea right now.
I had an idea for an app like 10 years ago, where it was where all you have it's at a toilet and you have a certain amount of pee and you have to clean the toilet before you run out of pee.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you have so
yeah.
much pee and you have to like
Can you boost pressure?
Yeah, exactly.
But then
You
the
boost
time goes down.
Yeah. And so you're trying to figure out that you're trying to get the toilet clean enough before you run out of pee.
I got you.
Which guys often a fun game of peeing is trying to clean the toilet
With your
pee.
Like around the toilet bowl, kind of.
okay,
like,
see the
Well, not on the-
disconnect
not on
there.
the
I was
like,
trying.
if there's anything on the toilet, you want to like, well, I can get that.
What is it's sterile, I guess.
And you're literally well. I mean, you're just like you're trying to clean it. You know,
It's
What
not
else?
really clean as a misnomer.
That's what I'm
You're-
saying,
You're
that-
trying to like knock solids off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rinse.
Yeah.
Ew.
Dirty rinse.
I will say though, in Japan, they actually like in a lot of the restrooms there, they have little boxes that play audio music, so you can listen to
Yeah.
like ocean sounds to
birds
cover up
chirping.
your number twos.
Also, in
That's genius.
in public toilets and like public bathrooms in Japan, they lots of times don't have soap when you go to wash it.
You got to bring your own stuff.
That's what I've noticed anecdotally. I feel like
Really?
I almost never find soap in a
That's
public
if
bathroom.
very
it's like
surprising,
at
'cause
like a train station or like a public place, I definitely agree with you. And they definitely in those restrooms they have them in the floor versus like if you're going like to a restaurant or like a mall, they'll have
Right.
it.
Yeah.
But like I'm going to a park or I'm
Like
at
a
like
public
or a
place.
theme park even sometimes they might not
The
have
train
it.
station's the big
Train
one.
station is
Yeah.
a big one. You go in and you need to carry your own toilet paper.
That sucks.
Your own like soap or hand sanitizer, and it's a toilet in the
Wow.
ground.
That's actually
So you
very
gotta squat.
surprising because I mean Japan is known for a lot of things, but also is very clean and very like well kept and stuff like that. And so surprising.
I think
that
they're
they
just
wouldn't
used.
have.
They're just used to BYOS.
Yeah, bring your own.
Yo.
I thought you said shit. That's what I thought.
Oh, you'll be doing that
That's
too.
what I said. I was like, oh, that's genius. But no, I think maybe it's the idea of it is being a public place and like they might not have the power to keep it at the level of cleanliness it's needed.
Interesting.
So they kind of bring it out to like the community. Again, I'm not like, I don't know Texas, I'm not Japanese, I don't live there, but I spent some time over there and I feel like it is like accepted. You're going to come in, you're going to clean up after yourself. It's got to be quick. Like the hole in the ground toilet is sick because it's like I have to worry about a lid, I have to worry about sitting. As a femme, I have to get in the position and get the hell out of
So
there.
it's just like a squat.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a squat, dog. Even a pee. I was testing my stream length for the first time. I was like, hold on, maybe.
I used some bathrooms like that when I went to Israel.
Okay, yeah.
Back when I was like 19 or 20.
How many people do you think use those backwards?
How would you use
Stand
that
the other way?
backwards?
You mean
Yeah, like facing the wrong direction.
All the
like
time, maybe.
wait?
facing out?
It usually has a
Wait,
little.
which direction
like a
are you
little
supposed
cup.
to-
It's got a little cup.
It's got a
yeah.
little cup. Like, so if you're standing here, like it's.
Oh,
like,
ours were just, or the ones I used at least when I used it was like literally a hole in the ground.
Like a circle.
This is like
Like
a
a trough.
porcelain trough.
Porcelain, yeah.
A porcelain trough, and then at the end, like almost like a shoe, has a little cup, only a little.
Lots of. This is similar to
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Not quite this,
Like-
but very
So
similar.
you think
to
someone
that.
would face the wall accidentally instead of facing outwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like, well, you walk in, you face this way. Imagine turning around and you're facing the door.
Is that how you're
Wait,
supposed
is that
to?
how you
How are you
supposed
supposed
Here,
to?
this is more like it actually.
Do you face the door or do you face the wall?
Yeah.
It's a lot more like that.
So you face.
What do you face?
I mean, if you would pee, you'd face the wall.
Yes.
So where the toilet paper is.
Yes.
This is splash.
Because it's a
Oh.
splash cone. Like a water.
So if you're-
But I think people are used to the back of a toilet.
Right.
Right.
That's why I'm saying, like,
And
how
so-
many people would use it?
See, I
backwards?
might have used it backwards if I didn't know that.
So what if what if you're doing number 1 and 2? Do you like hot
I've
swap?
never number two'd in one of those.
Do you do them at the same time?
Like do you pee forward and then hot swap?
What do you
and-
say
and
hot
do a
swap?
little,
Like this
like-
is like Call
like
of Duty. You're trying to like switch your guns. Like, hold
you
on, let me
just
hot
reload
swap.
it hot and
Yeah,
then
well,
switch
it's tough
positions.
because oftentimes when you poo-poo, a little bit of pee-pee
Yeah.
comes out at the same time, right? So what would you do then? You do a quick pivot?
Yeah. You start the reload animation.
And they cancel it quick.
Turns out you put your feet right next to it on either side, and there's a rotating thing
Ooh,
that
there
rotates
it
you
is.
automatically.
That is-
Honestly, you just like hit it one time and it switches position.
You may now number 2. You are in position.
Future.
I've been wanting to go to, speaking of Japan,
Mm.
I've been wanting to go to Super Nintendo World. Like, they kind of hyped it up before COVID, and then
It looks so
it
cool.
was supposed to open like summer 2020 after the Tokyo Olympics, but then COVID happened, and
Yeah.
Japan's been closed for tourism for so long, and they're only just now opening up. And I really want to try to schedule a trip out there to go see it next year, hopefully, because I've been like looking forward to it for so many years. And I was looking at hotels in the area because I've been to Osaka, but I've never been to the Universal Studios there in Osaka. And I was like, oh, like what hotels are there in the area? And I was looking, and like you can go to the Super Mario Land
Like
website,
resort or
yeah,
whatever.
and they have like hotels listed. So I was
Okay.
like clicking through them, and like one of the hotels, it was like they had like a chart listing the differences between all the hotels, and one of them had like theme rooms. And I was like,
Ooh.
theme rooms? What theme rooms
Right.
do they have? So like I clicked on it, and the website's entirely in Japanese, so it's kind of hard to figure out what I was clicking on. But they had what I think they call them collaboration rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like different kinds of themes you can choose from.
Like jungle or cowboy or things like
a
that.
lot more specific than
Even
that.
more?
There's Snoopy's house,
Oh my God.
Wow.
Peanuts Jazz, Jurassic World Adventure
Oh,
Room.
hell yeah.
The beds look like the
Sesame
The cars.
Sesame Street Big Face Room.
I love that
Oh
one.
my gosh.
And by that I mean Elmo loves you.
It's like you're sleeping in Elmo's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nightmare fuel.
You be good or Elmo's gonna eat you tonight.
That tickles.
But I was like, wow, like just the weird, very specific, like, oh, I want to stay at Snoopy's house.
Yeah. Why not?
Or the Jurassic World Adventure Room, which is basically like one corner of a room is themed. It looks like the vehicle. The beds look like the vehicles. There's a dinosaur on the wall, and that's it. The rest of the room's like a normal room.
That's not themed enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta go all out.
Would you want to go to a theme park that like involved like surprise dinosaurs?
If it's
What do you
done in a
mean
way
by
where they're not actually gonna like touch me, like jump scares kind of thing,
What if they did touch you, but they're dinosaurs?
like real.
No, well, okay.
Well, that means
Not
you're
dinosaurs.
dead. I'm very
Well,
confused.
okay, they're not
Real
real,
life
okay, They're not real
dinosaur.
dinosaurs. Maybe they're like animatronic dinosaurs, or maybe they're like puppeted or something.
Sure.
But they would they might touch you, and they might like you might have to go into survival situations like
Where they're gonna kill you?
not real. It's
But
part
it's
of
a
the
theme
game.
park?
It's game.
So
It's-
at Universal
it's-
here, they have something like that. It's called like Blues Experience. So it's like a little raptor. I got to go with like annual
Oh.
pass, and it's like a puppeteer and a giant like raptor, and it moves like all of the parts. The guy does it, and they play out scenarios like, oh, it's gonna break out, or you're feeding it, it's gonna eat it. So like you're saying, imagining a whole park, but that's like
Anywhere.
the gimmick. Anywhere, anytime.
yeah.
like
you're
you have to
riding-
find shelter, and you
And
gotta,
all of a
like,
sudden, like you're eating breakfast at the and then all of a sudden you're like
the hotel
At the resort,
all of a
you
sudden,
wake up.
you
Oh, good
are
morning.
breakfast.
yeah, and then you have
Some
to
fresh
run.
orange juice for you.
It's like those activations I've heard where there's like apparently you can like pay people to like kidnap you or kidnap a friend or something
No thanks.
as an experience. That's what I'm saying, and I can only see the same difference because would not volunteer to wake
Yeah.
up and fend for my
Yeah.
life, even
Yeah.
if it was simulated. Like I'm good, dog.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's something when you go to like a theme park, it's fun to experience those like interactive,
Yeah.
immersive kind of
Mhm,
experiences. But like, I also, if I go on a vacation or if I'm taking a trip, I don't want to be stressed out the whole time.
Yeah, you don't want to be on guard the entire
Right.
the
time.
entire time. So probably not. If it was for like an hour or two,
The way you got to frame it is like that Star Wars resort where you like cosplay and role play for like a couple
Exactly.
days,
Ooh.
but like dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if it wasn't like stressful, maybe.
That's
You go
Star
to the
Wars.
dinosaur farm.
Yeah, that Star Wars thing is wild.
It's insane. Like
Yeah.
I want to go so
Galaxy's
bad.
Edge, is that what they call it?
I
Something-
think so. Yeah, I would 100%.
I
have
would love
go.
to see that.
It's called the Star Wars Galactic Star.
Galactic.
Galactic
Yeah,
Star
Galaxy's Edge
Cruiser.
is the area I think
Oh,
in Disney.
Yes.
Right.
That
where
is
They
correct.
have like the rides and stuff, which was so cool. Trevor and I went to Disneyland right before the pandemic happened, and we went to Galaxy's Edge, and we did the new Star Wars ride that had just come out.
Yeah.
Rise of Resistance.
Yes,
So
my-
cool.
One of the best rides of all time.
The pandemic has fucked up my memory. That feels like that was a billion years ago.
Yeah, it was
Right.
February 2020.
That's nuts.
Literally the last
A
thing
long
we did.
time ago in a galaxy far, far
Far,
away.
far away. I know.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'm done with Chris. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week.
In a hot tub.
See you all then.
Probably not in a
No,
hot tub.
no hot tub. Bye.
Yeah.